Thanks for joining me on this next video. I want to now talk about some ways that you can customize or modify the Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar is located at the top of your screen. It's called the Quick Access Toolbar because what you probably want to do is put some buttons up there that you can get quick access to. So rather than have to look all over the ribbon for it, you can use the Quick Access Toolbar instead. So we're going to modify the Quick Access Toolbar. There are three methods for doing this. The first method is a right-click method. So for example, if I find myself doing a lot of work with filtering data, I'm working long in Excel perhaps, I click on the Data tab, and what I want to be able to do is to put a copy of the Filter button up on the Quick Access Toolbar. So I'll do a right click on Filter, and on the shortcut list I'll choose the choice that says Add to Quick Access Toolbar, and what this does, it puts a copy of the Filter button on the Quick Access Toolbar for me. Now I don't do this every time. What I do is I do this periodically. When I see a favorite button I want to put up there, I just do a right click on it. And when I leave Microsoft Excel, it'll save its settings. So when I come back into Microsoft Excel, it'll have all the buttons on it that were on it when I left Microsoft Excel. So that's one example. Here's another example. If I go back to the Insert tab perhaps, and let's say that I find myself putting a lot of pictures into my Excel worksheets, I'm going to be doing a right click again. So I'll find the Picture button on the Quick Access Toolbar, and I'll right click it, and I'll click on Add to Quick Access Toolbar, and that'll put the Picture button up in the Quick Access Toolbar for me. So again, it's just a fast way to get access to those buttons that I want to use on a fairly regular basis. That's the first option. It's a right click in order to put buttons on the Quick Access Toolbar. I'm now going to go to the second option. The second option for modifying the Quick Access Toolbar is you put your mouse on a little arrow to the right of the Quick Access Toolbar and do a regular left click on it. You go to drop down list, and on the drop down list it'll show you 10 or so buttons that Microsoft thinks you might find useful. I'm going to click on New, and what this will do, it'll put a white piece of paper up on the Quick Access Toolbar for me, and I'll use this for starting a brand new file or a brand new book in the future. And again, I'll go back to the little black arrow and click. I'll choose Open, and this will put a open folder up on the Quick Access Toolbar for me, and I'll use this for opening up an existing document. Rather than have to go to the File tab, go to Open, or File tab, and go to New, it just saves me a little bit of extra clicking with my mouse. I'll go back to the Home tab. So that's the second option. You go to the little black arrow and you click, and you choose off the drop-down list. And the third option is where you want to put on some extra buttons. And in my case, I really highly recommend that you put on the equal sign, plus sign, minus sign, multiplication sign, and division sign. So back again to the black arrow and click. Can I move down the list this time to where it says More Commands and click. Takes me into a window. In this window on the right hand side, it shows me my current setup of the Quick Access Toolbar. On the left hand side, it shows the popular commands or the popular buttons that are in Microsoft Excel. I want to see all the buttons that are in Excel, so I'll click on the box where it says Popular Commands. I'll choose All Commands, and then I get a long list of all the buttons that are available in Microsoft Excel. And I'm going to scroll down the list and look for equal sign. And once I find equal sign, I'll put my mouse on it and I'll double click it. And what that'll do, it'll move it to the right hand side for me. I want to scroll further down the list and look for a plus sign. And once I find the plus sign, I'll double click it. It'll put that on the right hand side for me. I'm going to go back up the list and find minus sign. It's a long list. And once I find minus sign, I'll double click it just like I did with the other two. And a little bit further down, I'm going to find multiplication sign. And the same idea here, I'll do a double click on it. You can see them all showing up over here. And finally, I'll scroll back up towards the top of the list and look for a division sign. And I'll double click on the division sign. And when I'm finished, I'll have all the mathematical symbols on the right hand side all together. And I can use these later on in the lessons to do some formulas. So that's how you can modify the Quick Access Toolbar by going to an extra window for it. And by the way, if I ever want to change the order of these over here, I would click on the one that I want to change the order and use the up and down arrows in order to change the order. I'll click OK. And once I'm finished doing that, up in the Quick Access Toolbar, now I have all the buttons that I just finished putting onto it. And the last thing I want to just talk about on here is if you decide you want to take some things off the Quick Access Toolbar. So let's say, for example, I find myself not doing an awful lot of filtering. I want to remove this from the Quick Access Toolbar. It's right-clicking again. I'm going to find the button I want to remove and right-click it. And on the shortcut list, the top choice now says Remove From. I'll click on that, and that takes it off the Quick Access Toolbar. And one more for demonstration. I'll take the Picture button off by right-clicking and left-click on Remove From Quick Access Toolbar. and now I'm back to the way I want my toolbar to be. And when I leave Excel, it'll save the settings. When I come back into it in the future, it'll be looking like this, and again when I come back into it. Just a great way to save yourself some time by making some changes to the Quick Access Toolbar.